Oh, well, here we are. The end of the first week of 2020. And now Iran has fired ballistic missiles into Iraq at U.S. military bases. Oh, yeah, and they fired back on Twitter as well, okay? They put their flag up in retaliation to Trump putting his flag up after taking out Soleimani. So what does this all mean? Well, I'll tell you what. It ain't a fucking good thing. It ain't a fucking good thing at all. And I don't like kicking off the first minute with cursing, but this is the furthest we've ever gotten with this country. And this country is not Afghanistan. It's not Iraq. It's not Libya. It's none of those things. And the average person in this country has no fucking clue. No clue. What do you mean wag the dog, bogus hype? I don't understand what that means. I understand the movie. I understand the propaganda aspect of it. But I want out of wars. That's why Trump got my vote. And here we are with what I warned, an escalation in military conflict. 90 people watching, 16 thumbs up. Let's thumbs up while I try to break this down. Do I think this is the end of the world? Fuck no. I hope not. But what I do think is that Russia's not going to have this. They're going to have Iran's back. And the last time there was really any kind of a conflict with Iran, it was almost sanctioned by us by allowing Iraq to go into Iran and then us go into the Persian Gulf in that first Persian Gulf War. And ever since then, there's been the escalation of the rhetoric that, of course, they're a terrorist country and they need to be dealt with. And that escalation reached new heights after 9/11. And that's why 9/11 and I are not ever going to part ways until the truth comes out, until the Israeli role comes out, until the Pakistani role comes out, until the Saudi Arabian role is exposed, until the shadow government role is out there. It has to be. It has to be. We can't back down on these things. Again, our entire foreign and domestic policy remains based on what the government and the media told us about 9/11. We know that is nonsense, okay? We allowed them to eviscerate our Constitution and Bill of Rights right in our faces. That's our fault. We allowed it. At the same time, it's not like the intelligence services and clandestine services pre-9/11 were following them anyway. We had a very real surveillance system in our country prior to that. Of course, we signed it all away on paper, but when you have Promise, when you have Carnivore, when you have surveillance on a high level pre-9/11 exposed in the case of Hepting versus AT&T, you got to wonder why the 9/11 attacks happened in the first place. And when you have people like Khalid al-Mihdhar, one of the lead hijackers, supposedly the lead guy on 77, living with and renting from an FBI informant, you've got a problem. When you have a guy like Robert Mueller around for decade upon decade upon decade as part of the cover-up crew, as part of that deep state apparatus we're talking about. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, the other night when I did my Bill Barr Deep State Deep Dive, I showed you how Mueller and Barr worked hand in hand with one another to cover up the BCCI scandal, the banking scandal that made Bernie Madoff's Ponzi scheme look like child's play. Because what? It involved drug running, it involved arms dealing, it involved people within that Iran-Contra apparatus. It also involved Bush's kid Neil, who also, one of those guys that they thought they were going to be able to run for political office, but couldn't because of that scandal, because people were aware then. Sorry, guys. We got to stop over at the Banksy on the way for my walk here. Thumbs the video up. I mean, I know my audience does not want World War III. The question is, what's the next military retaliation, right? What comes next? Wish I had an answer. I unfortunately think that Trump feels like he's going to have to just whip his missile-like dick out, his missile-like American dick out, and escalate this further rather than pulling it back. And let me tell you something. People like Pompeo, who are right next to him, I promise you, they're going to be pushing him that way all the way. All right? All the way. 100%. And that's dangerous. Okay? That's dangerous. So guys, I don't know what else to say. I'm not gonna sit here and trumpet for war. I'm not gonna pander to people. If you guys checked out my interview today with independent media maverick Daniel Hopsicker, I hope you appreciate the fact that, you know, once again, I push back. You know, I think that Hopsicker's done some great stuff. However, obviously, I don't agree with him on Russiagate. I vocalized that. And we went back and forth and had a civil discussion. I feel like that's a good thing. No casualties, tall wags the dog. So what are you telling me, Brian? I didn't know that the... I wasn't saying that it killed anybody. I know they launched them at U.S. bases. I don't even know if they hit the U.S. bases. Okay? Yeah, what's your pin? Hey, maybe you're right. Let's see. People are saying it's 2017 footage. So are you telling me that this is kind of like Baghdad Bob in Iraq that was going on television and saying things like, you know, we're winning the war when Baghdad was about to fall? Are you saying there's no missile launch whatsoever? That's what I'm asking. Well, Brian, you've always been a good supporter, so I appreciate this. And, you know, I guess I'm going to keep a close eye on this throughout the night. If anything else breaks, I'll jump out. I'll talk to you guys. Jason Burmis, I don't want war either. They need to withdraw. Is this an excuse for working house bases? Where's John Kerry? Geez, I don't know what to say on that. I don't like John Kerry either. However, you know, John Kerry did help work out that Iran nuclear deal. And I know a lot of you guys want to shit on that, but I'm telling you right now, peace is better than war. Negotiations are better than taking lives. And the last thing we want is a global conflict that involves the like of Russia. Period. Period. A lot of wag the doggers out there. Let's see. Destroyed bases are a good reason to abandon them. Yeah, I don't know that the bases actually got destroyed. John Kerry is a traitor, but so is George W. Bush. I mean, it's not like either of these guys are good. Let's get that out of the way. I mean, what were they? Second cousins on one side. I think eighth or ninth cousins on the other. Both went to Yale together, both in Skull and Bones together. Not good people. Well, we'll see. They were just talking about their Cyprus deal. Let's see. Peace is strength. Pray for Iran. That's the only way. I suggest 150 billion. Oh, religious fanatics run both countries. Listen, the religious fanatics are used as tools, okay? The predator class has always used those people as tools. You should watch the Watchmen. I thought they did a good job. Good walk and talk, says Bogus Hype. Thank you for the support, my friend. Visit Richmond, Virginia. You can stay at no change. My family lives down there. At least my mother's side. They're all living there. Let's see. It's optics, guys. Trump and Iran are in cahoots. Yeah, right. I wish. All right. So do me a favor, guys. As always, thumbs the video up. Subscribe, share. We're going to keep up on this. Obviously, this is a small part of the stuff we go over on the channel. We're working towards 40,000. We're hoping that we can stop World War III. We got chump change over here in the in the bar. I'm gonna go have a couple beer skis and we'll see what's happening. Iranians let this one go easily. Again, we'll see. What do you think of the way InfoWars is covering this? I've only seen a little bit of it. Send me something that I should look at and I will. I'm always staying critical on everybody. Everybody needs to stay critical on me. I'm not perfect. You know, I'm doing the best I can as a human being. And I love you guys for watching. Nice red jug jacket. That's right. Boom. All right, guys. I'll see you soon. I love you. Peace.